Hi everyone, this is Neha Agrawal and today we have Pooja Gera with us. The name of her project is The Virus Challenge. Let me talk a brief about this project. This project, The Virus Challenge, is essentially an extrapolation of 100 days of code. It is a 100-day design and development challenge with an aim to enhance the quality of educational methodologies and at the same time provide the students and learners with a chance to put a new skill and confidence on their resume. It is being conducted for 12 different domains, that is competitive programming, CSS drawing, UI designing, CSS tricks, JavaScript, JavaScript DSA, React, Python, SQL, machine learning, data analysis, and visualization and web scraping.
Alright, hi everybody. I'll give you a quick walkthrough of the website of the Virus Challenge, wherein you can access all the challenges and you can also register yourself with us. So, moving on to the registration page. So here you can see there are two options for you to be the participant of the Virus Challenge. One is that you wish to continue anonymously, wherein we would not be tracking your progress and no badges, no certificates. If you don't want to get either of those, then feel free to continue anonymously. However, if you wish to be a part of our community and get all those benefits, then you need to fill out our Google form. I'll just walk you through it so that you don't have any issues when you're filling it up. So you have to fill in your name, your email address, your school or institution. We do not collect your contact information because that's what we don't require, and we respect your privacy as well. And then you can pick as many domains as you want to, but I would suggest that since every challenge requires at least 30 minutes to complete, you take up only those challenges which you can actually adjust in your schedule. So next you need to give your Twitter profile link. So the reason why we need this one is that our team will be monitoring your submissions on your Twitter profile. Like they'll be checking it out actually, that you are posting your challenges daily or not. And you'll also be, portraying yourself as somebody who's dedicated and committed on your social media handles, which is very crucial if you want to display your passion for something. Then you can follow our Instagram page as well. It has pretty amazing graphics, and if, in case you need any other information about our challenge, then this is the go-to place for you. And then there is a Discord server, which is not only a place for the discussions of the Virus Challenge, but is also the community of Virus, wherein you get to meet with like-minded people, get help, give help, whatever you want that will assist in your personal growth. Then it is only on Discord that you'll be able to receive your badges and certifications. You need to send in one message on day 33, 67, and 100, depending on when you are starting the challenge, that you have completed these many challenges, and then we'll review it and we'll be sending out your badge to you. All right, moving on to the homepage again. So these are the 4 broad categories of the Virus Challenge. I'll come back to these. I just have to introduce you to this amazing video that we created, and we worked pretty hard for this, so definitely do check this one out. Ignore the email. Okay, I think I got a lot of emails here. Anyway, so this is the team of the Virus Challenge, the creators of the Virus Challenge. Then we also have our social media handles over here. You can directly connect with us. And coming straight to the point now, we have 4 broad categories. First category is web development, and the web development consists of CSS tricks, JavaScript, JavaScript DSA, and React. Then going back, we have machine learning, and machine learning has Python, SQL, web scraping, machine learning, and data analysis and visualization. You also have these pretty faces here who have actually created the challenges. The team was super amazing, so I couldn't have asked for a better team. Then we have the design, section. The design section has UI designing and CSS drawing. So if you're a web developer, I would highly recommend you to try CSS drawing, since it will enhance what you already know about CSS. Plus, you'll also get to create amazing artwork just by writing a few lines of code. Alright, then lastly, we have competitive programming. And competitive programming, again, it's just one section over here right now. So I'll just show you how you can actually access these challenges. So on every tile, you will see this link. Click here to access the challenges. You can go there, and you can see the day numbers. Actually, the days are here from 1 to 100. Alright, so the challenge started a couple months back. So a lot of challenges are uploaded over here, but you can download as and when you require them, whenever you start the challenge. So you just have to, go to that particular day, and you need to click to download that day's challenge, and it will be downloaded. It's a PNG file. You can open it, and you can see the challenge, and it is in this poster only that you can see how you can submit it, the description of the challenge and everything. So this is something about it. That's it. If you're participating with us, you are more than welcome. And one thing I would like to say is never stop learning.
So, Pooja, this was the brief about your project. Now, our audience and viewers would love to know your insightful journey of this project, how this project happened and how it landed up in your head.
Okay, so a little backstory about how this began and how I was able to undertake such a big project and make it come to life. My parents have always motivated me to learn new things and challenge myself on the way. My grandparents were the first teachers that I had, and be it learning fruit and color names at the age of 1, or speaking in front of a large audience at the age of 4, and doing 2-digit multiplication at the age of 5, I was always taught to push my boundaries even further. I still remember this one day. I couldn't present 5 lines on myself during a class activity in preschool, and my father didn't talk to me for a week. So that was the first challenge I ever faced in my life. I mean, how could I have disappointed the man who used to bring me a different toy every 2 days and photographed me like I was his most prized possession? So I sought the help of my mother, and within a week, I prepared, went back to my teacher, and insisted her to please give me a second chance. And I impressed everyone so well that I got a chance to represent my school for an inter-school poetry recital competition at that time. I was 4 at that time. So, growing up, I was always browsing through the internet to learn a new skill. Basically, I just wanted to be better than who I was a day before. I'm a self-taught front-end web developer. I didn't have a mentor back then who could actually, tell me what to do and how to do it. Now, my parents, they are not from the technological field, and although they have provided me with all the resources, they couldn't actually teach me how to code. So it was then that I realized there must be numerous students and individuals like me who, if given the right direction, they can do wonders and achieve the impossible. I believe that all someone needs is a kickstart to tread on the journey to success, to provide everyone with a kickstart and at the same time give them a chance to get guidance from people who are actually working in a particular field. It is no less than a boon. That is why the Virus Challenge was born. The Virus Challenge aims to give a platform that does away with the need of taking tutorials one after the another. We provide 100 problems on one particular topic that will actually add to a person's skill set. I have always believed that learning by doing is the real way to learn. The best part about this project is it is fully sponsored by BTech India, and whose founder is Gaurav Khanna, my best friend, and the human who gets all excited and proud every time I show him work. And he's also the co-creator of the Virus Challenge. It is because of his support that the participants do not have to pay any registration fee. Just a commitment of 1 hour for 100 days.
Well, that's a very delightful backstory, how it landed up in your head, and hence this project, the Virus Challenge. Coming to our second question, Pooja, what are technologies you have used in preparing this project?
Okay, so the Virus Challenge is a team of 57 developers and designers. I asked people to come with me, and some people who actually trusted in this crazy idea of mine to create 1,200 challenges in 30 days. They were those 57 people, and they were divided into 14 teams. One team was the management team, which handled all the promotion material, all the content, what content had to go, the registration process of the participants, and what is to be asked, how the forms would be designed, how the brochure would be designed, where all I have to present this challenge to make more people come and get more people engaged. So that was done by the management team. One team we had was the web development team, which included me, Thomas Stubblefield, Raman, Samkit, Akash, Ashish, Ayush, Ikshal, and Madhuri. We all were working on the website. We created the UI using Figma, and then we transformed it into an amazing website just by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. We have hosted the website using GitHub pages. There were 12 separate teams for every domain, and I was guiding them in creating the challenges, reviewing the same, and I was creating challenges on my own as well. So Soumya Mahajan and Meghna Sharma were the part of the CSS Tricks team, and they created challenges that are based on CSS functionalities, Bootstrap, Bulma, and Tailwind. The CSS drawing team, which included me, Nadia Lazari, and Agam Bansal, we have created beautiful drawings just by using basic CSS properties like borders, Z-index, transform, etc. So the UI designing team, which included me and Yash Khatri, we have created easy to do challenges that will increase one's design aptitude. The challenges also include replication of designs that our team has made, in addition to understanding the core concepts of UI design. The JavaScript team, which includes me, Divya Maggu, and Harshvardhan Mishra, we have created challenges based on different functionalities and features one can incorporate on their websites directly. So if you are taking this challenge and someday you want to include a scroll spy in your website, you can go back to your folder where you created all these challenges and pick the code directly and add it to your website. So that's one additional benefit you will be getting if you take up the JavaScript challenge of the Virus Challenge. Yeah. So the data structures and algorithm, we all know that they are a very essential part of becoming a developer, and JavaScript is a very powerful language. So this challenge basically offers the developers to learn data structures and algorithms without having to learn any new language. So if the web developers who only know JavaScript and they do not want to go to C++ or Java to and still want to increase their puzzle and coding aptitude, they can take this challenge up. The team, Agam Bansal, Pratik, and Prahita have created 100 challenges that the developers have to solve just by using JavaScript. So for being a front-end developer, it is very important for you to understand that for a huge website, it is tedious to duplicate the code every time you have to build a similar component or an interface. Now imagine you are responsible for creating another website like the Amazon website, and there are 1 lakh products, and you have to create a separate page for every product. You'll leave the job. So that is why it's also essential to understand the different frameworks and libraries available for front-end development. The React team, Yashoda Agarwal, Sanchi Bansal, and Naga Harshita, have built 100 challenges. And the best part about this challenge is that in the beginning, you actually get to learn the concepts, and then you get different projects which are broken down into a number of days, so that you build some part of the project every day. It also doesn't mess with your schedule, and it also gives you a chance to get hold on React pretty well. So the next we have is the Python team, which included me, Tusharika Mehta, Atulya, Deepak, and Harshvardhan. We have created 100 challenges that offer the learners an introduction to new and interesting Python libraries, puzzles that would help improve one's logical thinking, and basic Python concepts that are essential for someone to be a Python developer. One little fact that I would like you all to know is that while we were researching for the Python libraries, we came across numerous libraries that even we didn't hear about. So I came to know that there was this one library which actually lets you add emojis to your code. So I was pretty intrigued by that. And not only the virus challenge has helped to increase the aptitude of the participants, it also helped us learn in the process. So the next team is the next domain that we have is data analysis and visualization. And the team consisted of me and Tusharika Mehta. We have created 100 challenges using 14 libraries. They are Pandas, NumPy, SciPy, Stats Models, TextBlob, SQL Alchemy, Jensen, PyOD, Voluptuous, Fast Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, ggplot, Plotly, Bokeh, PyGal, Geoplotlib, Gleam, Missing Number, Leather, PyDot, a tour in the wonderland of math with Python, Chartify, and Hypertools. I'm sure you all must have heard about the popular libraries, but the ones you have not heard about are equally essential and offer you more control over your data. So I suggest you take up this challenge to enhance, even if you already have a strong command over Pandas, NumPy, SciPy, and Matplotlib. So you can take this challenge up and actually know the other libraries that will help you enhance your analysis of the data. I mean, everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants data को magically कहीं से वो analyze है because we are so tired of just trying everything on our data. Okay, कुछ तो लग जाएगा. There are numerous memes on data analysis and visualization, and yeah, I just remembered this one thing. So the Instagram posts that we have posted on our handle, it's on Instagram as the Virus Challenge 2020. So every team release, it has 3 memes related to the particular concept. So we actually got a feedback from the participants that not only you are offering a chance for us to learn, you are also giving a very light environment. And that is also happening with the community that we have. So every time somebody has a doubt or something, I try to solve it in a way that they're my best friends. So that also helps them to get comfortable and ask whatever they want to. An additional benefit of the virus challenge. The next is the machine learning team, which consisted of Avik Jain and me. I'm sure most of the ones who already know about machine learning, you must have heard about 100 Days of Machine Learning by Avik Jain. It's a beautiful repository on GitHub. And I contacted Avik, and he was kind enough to actually tie hands with us. And the challenges are based on his learnings. And towards the end, I have created some mini projects that you can do based on what you have learned in the previous challenges. The challenges are essentially based on machine learning, DL, CV, and NLP. Next, we have the web scraping domain. So the web scraping team, Japanjeet Singh and Avni Goyal. So they have created 100 challenges using a beautiful soup and Selenium. One thing I would like to say is that we highly encourage that all the participants understand the ethical requirements of being a web scraper before taking this challenge. And you all need to understand that this is just for educational purposes. The SQL team, Aishwarya, Anushka, and Shankla, they have created 100 challenges utilizing different concepts and important SQL queries. And I'm telling you, you might actually find your favorite Netflix character in one of the challenges. So the team has actually involved the famous Netflix characters and created real life scenarios. So the best part about this SQL challenge is that the challenges are pretty interesting, and they will give you a feel that you are doing something that you can actually relate to. So the last but not the least, we have the competitive programming domain, which consists of Naman Jain, Deekshita Verma, Chetna Gola, and Aaron Grover. They have collected 100 interesting problems that will provide the learners a chance to hone their coding skills. The problems are of a mixed level. They're from beginner to advanced level. So anybody and everybody can take this challenge. And as I've always said, the virus challenge will rewire the tangled circuits of your brain. and will definitely make you the developer you have always dreamt of becoming.
Well, like we say that there is a huge team effort behind a successful project, and really appreciate the part where you have picked up the names of all your team members and thrown light in their hard work. Coming to our next question, Pooja, our users would love to know the kinds of, our audience would love to know the kinds of users and number of registrations in your project.
Okay, so the challenges are made keeping in mind all levels of participants and everyone who has a desire to learn, you can be here. So if you are a beginner, you are welcome to enter the world of design and development. If you want to master a new skill, you are welcome to gain an extra edge. And if you want to revisit the concepts you are proud of, you are welcome to test the waters. And one more thing that I would like to add is that the participants have a lot of incentives if they register with us. They would also get an invite to our community on Discord, and there the mentors are there, the challenge masters are there in case they face any issue or any trouble or they need any kind of resources. They can actually ask us, and they would be receiving badges which they can show off on their social media thrice during the course of the challenge. One on day 33, one on day 67, and one on day 100. After the successful completion of 100 challenges, we would also be providing them with a certificate. And the challenge is being conducted online. To participate, you just need a machine, a good internet connection, some coffee, and a Twitter account. Talking about the registrations, we have received more than 450 registrations, and we have partnered with 10 societies and clubs. The challenge has expanded to 33 cities in 4 countries, India, USA, Egypt, and Indonesia. And all of this has been possible because of the amazing team that I was able to gather. And I'm telling you, 70% of the team I have never met. We just met online and they believed in me so much. They believed in my crazy idea, and we could make this happen.
So the project is running successfully and everything is done virtually as far as I can conclude. I believe this was done in lockdown.
Yes, it was. And although in the beginning, it was supposed to be just a one-time thing. It was supposed to run 18th September to 27th of December. Okay. But once the challenge began, we actually put the challenges online. Our Instagram flooded with requests to actually somehow take the registration again. So I talked to Gaurav, and then we decided that we would be running this annually. Every year, this would be for an year. So you can register anytime that you want, and you can tell us that you have completed these many challenges, and we would check them, and then we would be sending the badges to the participants.
Well, the response from the public made the project possible to run it annually.
Exactly. It's because of them that is actually possible.
Yeah. True that. Coming to our next question, where is your project available?
The project is available online. It is www.theviruschallenge.com, not the coronavirus wala virus. It's WIREUS. So I think people were very confused initially when I told them verbally, but then I just put it on my Instagram as well that okay, this is the challenge that you have to do. So yeah.
Okay. Next question, Pooja. Are you still trying to optimize this project?
So, as I said, the virus challenge would be conducted every year, and hence we would be revising this annually. So new challenges would be added for the existing domains, and we would be adding some more new domains as necessary, because you know that the technology is forever evolving.
True.
So it becomes essential to include more things as well. Now, we have included the framework React over here. Now, what if somebody wants to learn Angular? So that is why we have to completely revise this year over year, so that we could accommodate every kind of participants. Particularly for the next year, I am planning to include app development and graphic designing as well. We would be starting the work from January 2021. And I would be rolling out the applications for all all those who are interested in becoming the challenge masters by December 2020. So every time we create a new challenges, a new team would be incorporated so that more and more people actually get involved in this process, and they can do their bit for this initiative. It's also open source, so people can also increase their open source contribution and start their journey as an open source contributor as well. So yeah.
Okay. Now ending our session, wrapping up our session with the last question. Any tips you want to? I'm sorry. Let me pause it. Next question to you, Pooja. Are you currently working on any new project or completely devoted on the virus challenge?
Okay. So right now, my first priority is the virus challenge.
Of course.
And, I am just trying to make the first session of the first phase of the virus, first 100 days to go as smoothly as possible, because there are glitches every time you start something new. So I have to be there and actually cater to them. So, but I still have to keep brushing up my skills. And for that, I keep on making small projects of design, dev, and machine learning. And I will be sharing how-tos of those mini projects on my Instagram handle. Just working on the design aspect with my mentor, Niranjan Dev Singh, who is the founder of a design and branding consultancy, the God of Branding. And I am telling you, he's the best designer I have ever seen. I am so blessed to actually have got him involved in the virus challenge and in my personal projects as well. And another thing that I'm working on right now is my own personal website, not a portfolio, a personal website. And actually, there was this one website that Gaurav once told me about, neil.fun. And I was truly amazed by the developer's work. And that is the inspiration of the website I'm building. And I'll make sure that I actually send you the website personally so that you can see how amazingly that turned out to be.
We'll definitely give it a shot. And wrapping up our session with the last question, any tips you want to give to the students who are trying to work on new projects? What tips they want to keep up in their mind? What you, in fact, coming to you only, what were the points and factors you kept in the mind while working with this new project?
Okay. So when I was starting with this project, I was asked this one question by everybody. यार पूजा 1200 challenges कैसे करेगी भाई, नहीं हो पाएगा, college assignments हैं, tests हैं. And now I am someone who is always doing stuff that is out of the world. And I never like to do something that has already been done. I walk and create my own path. And no matter what people said, no matter how many times people backed down, there were actually people who became a part of the virus challenge but backed out because they couldn't commit for what the challenge required. But in the end, my team, my family, my friends, they all stood beside me to actually make it happen. There were times when I didn't sleep for days just to complete this project, but although made me very stressed, but I had mom, I had dad, I had Chetna, Ravleen, and Gaurav to pull me out and put me right back on track. Quite recently, 2 weeks ago, I was also diagnosed with kidney stones, and I am solely responsible for uploading the challenges daily. And I told my team that this was something that was happening, and I probably would be out for 2 days, and none of them flinched. Some people had exams, some people had hackathons going on. There was not a single person who said no for doing it. They all just asked me to go away and take care of myself. I work so hard. Now they'll be handling it. So that is the power of good people around it. That is the power of amazing souls back. Yeah. So to everyone who is actually listening to this, I would say that if you are starting a new project, the first thing you need is motivation. True. Always keep reminding yourself, why did you start in the first place? And next, you need to keep yourself surrounded with people who add to your success. Keep this in mind. I'll probably say this twice. Keep away from those who get jealous from you. They'll only hold you back and nothing else. And the most important thing is that you believe in yourself. You can actually make it happen. You are the soul that will light up the world. It is your dreams you have to change into reality eventually. No one is going to do it for you. Just don't give up.
Never giving up. I'm sure our audience is going to learn from your, take the key points and learn from your insightful journey of never giving up, being motivated, being away from jealous people. So, well, Pooja, our journey comes to an end. And I personally thank you for sharing your insightful journey with us, with our audience and viewers. And thank you once again for sparing your time and elaborating your project in all the details and crisp manner.
Before I actually go, I really need to thank Team Coding Ninjas and you as well for actually believing that this project would be something that would inspire others. And I actually am very amazed by what you guys are doing. There was this one time I received an email regarding the tips and tricks for cracking second year successfully. I actually replied back to the team and said that I was really happy that you guys are sending me these promotional emails, and I was not a part of Coding Ninjas at that time. And I told them that once I gathered the money, so I am also like I finance myself. So that is why I was collecting the money. So I told them that once I do this, then I would be enrolling in one of I would be enrolling in one of your programs, and I did, and I am so happy that I did. I think Coding Ninjas is one of the best decisions that I have ever taken. So thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me over here today.
Thank you, Pooja, for trusting and believing in Coding Ninjas. Like we say, we are happy to help other students. Thank you once again, Pooja.
For new programming updates and videos, subscribe to Coding Ninjas channel.